Hi, my name is Dr. Jen Anaker, and I'm the owner of Anaker Clinics of Chiropractic. And through our videos, we really just hope to be able to educate you and give you small tips and bite-sized pieces of information that you can easily digest that answer the questions of some tips on wellness, as well as answer chiropractic questions and give you a little insight into some of the things that I do for my own healthcare. So as we are now in 2019, I'm sure as the year turned into January, we all thought, what are the New Year's resolutions? What things are we going to do? How are we going to be healthier in 2019? What do we maybe want to add or subtract? And now that we're a few weeks into January, some of those things that you thought were on your list for 2019, maybe they slowly have slid off your list. You're not doing those things that you thought you wanted to do. So here is a video for a little revamp, maybe rethinking. We're obviously only a few weeks into 2019, so it shouldn't be just about January, but let's take this throughout the year. So I've got 4 different tips for you about how to better incorporate New Year's resolutions throughout 2019. So number 1 is really thinking about the why behind what you want to do. So let's just dive into health. So let's say I want to be healthier in 2019 and I'm going to go to the gym. Well, why do you want to be healthier? Is it maybe because you've seen a health challenge or health crisis that you know you've got to turn that train around and get healthier? Maybe it's about being, that vibrant parent. Maybe it's about showing up as the best version of you at your workplace. Maybe it's about being able to play as hard as you want to play as a kid, as an adult. Or maybe it's about being a grandparent and saying, you know what, I've got to keep up with these grandkids. But have a big enough why that the action steps of what you want to do become less, or it becomes easier to overcome those steps to get to the gym, to change up your diet, etc. So really think about, why do I want to be healthier in 2019? Number 2 is, when you maybe think about those things and you've got this long list or you've written them down, look at that list and really try to break them into bite-sized pieces. If you have a long list, maybe prune that list a little bit so you can really get focused on what a couple of key components are. Or if it's, I want to lose 20 pounds, well, let's break that down into, maybe we'll say how many times you want to go to the gym or work out or whatever that might be. So maybe break it down into smaller goals, like each week I'm going to do this, or how's it going to play out into my calendar or schedule. So making smaller goals or bite-sized goals that you can really handle to really be able to achieve your goals. Now, the last 2 really deal a little bit more with on a fitness level and on a food level. And so number 3 is on a food level. So that being before you say, oh, I'm gonna, we just came off of sugar, right? So I'm gonna take out all sugar. Well, let's maybe start to reduce that sugar. But as we're doing that, let's maybe even put a little bit more focus. Instead of taking away those things, let's focus on what we can add in. Can we add in a salad? Can we add in more vegetables? Can you, just look at maybe easier, can I add in water? Whatever that is, those things to add in. And then the healthier you get by the add-ins, the easier it'll be to take those things away. But just emotionally, mentally, it's just, again, easier to add in. And then on a fitness level, I'm going to go back to the food. So the food, the other piece that I wanted to add in is a couple of things that I had thought of, which is looking at just one meal at a time. So maybe first off too, thinking about, okay, how am I going to do breakfast better? How am I going to do lunch better? How am I going to do dinner better? So maybe just looking at it as one meal, or just hop on Pinterest, start to look at some healthy recipes, because as somebody who cooks in my family, it's a matter of having those recipes accessible and making it easier. So maybe start to kind of dream or Pinterest a little bit about some of those recipes. So those are my things on a food level. Now on an exercise level, this I really love that I've changed, where it used to be, okay, I want to lose 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds. But instead I've changed my thought process to be, I want to be healthier. And what does that look like? I have set times that I want to work out on the weekends, but during the weekday, I'll be real honest with you, I work hard, I work long hours, I'm tired sometimes. And so I wasn't getting very good at getting up even earlier than what I was already getting up. And when I got home at night, it was too late. I wouldn't be able to go to sleep if I I worked out. So I started to implement a few things. So maybe it's something like just taking a 15-minute walk, down 4 blocks and back, but doing it consistently and really applauding yourself after that 4 blocks down and back. And hey, you know what? If you want to add in 5 or 6, fantastic. The other thing that I like to do, which this is a piece that I love, is that how to add on tiny habits onto something that you already, link it onto something that you already do. So for example, in my Boise office, it just happens to be a larger bathroom that, when I go to the restroom after that, I'm doing, I just do 10 squats. And so I add that on. So, by the end of the morning shift, we'll say I might have done 50, 60 squats maybe. So, it was something that I got done to help my body feel healthier. And then the last one I'm going to share with you that I love to do. I don't care if it's 100 degrees, maybe not in the morning. I don't care if it's 80 degrees on a hot morning, summer day, or now it's maybe down to in Boise, it's maybe down to 20 or teens. I get ready for work. One of the things that I've implemented in getting ready for work that only takes a few minutes. Right now we're in the winter months. I go out, start my car, and I come back in and I have a really fancy infinity jump rope, but I love it. I started out with your basic elementary jump rope, and basically, somewhere in between me getting ready, bringing some stuff out to the car, starting the car, whatever it might be, is that I just do 100 jumps. So here I am in my dress clothes, in the morning, I do 100 jumps in the morning, and it's something that allows me to start my day. So that way, I do it 5 days a week, and that's 500 jumps. So just thinking about maybe how can I add in, or maybe it's, doing lunges or doing some bicep, tricep. I think that's the next thing that I'm going to add in. Just think about, how can I do these smaller increment things and add them on to something I'm already doing? Is it after I brush my teeth, I do this. Before I go to bed, I do this. After I put on my work clothes, I do that. So just think about, again, how to bite-size piece it so that way you can have more long-term success in your New Year's resolutions for 2019. So I hope you've been able to take a little piece of this information, found it educational or thought-provoking. We always love your comments. Be sure to write a little something down to us. Let us know how we're doing. Give us some feedback, topics you might have interest in. As always, it's a pleasure. Wishing you and yours a very happy 2019. May you make it the best year yet.